don't lie about the rest of our lives. Where we're gonna be when we turn 25. I keep thinking times will never
Please stand.
change. Keep on thinking things will always be the same. When we leave this year, we won't be coming back. No more hanging out 'cause we're on a different track. And if you got something that you need to say, you better say it right now 'cause you don't have another day. 'Cause we're moving on and we can't slow down. These memories are playing like a film without sound. And I keep thinking of that night in June. I didn't know much of love, but it came too soon. And it was me and you, and then we got real blue. Stay at home talking on the telephone, and we would get so excited and we'd get so scared, laughing at ourselves thinking life's not fair. And this is how it feels. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever. So if we get the big jobs and we make the big money, when we look back now, will our jokes still be funny? Will we still remember everything we learned in school? Still be trying to break every single rule? Will little brainy Bobby be the stockbroker man? Can he ever find a job that won't interfere with the tan? I keep thinking that it's not goodbye. Keep on thinking it's our time to fly. And this is how it feels. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever. Will we think about tomorrow like we think about now? Can we survive it out there? Can we make it somehow? I guess I thought that this would never end, and suddenly it's like we're women and men. Will the past be a shadow that will follow us round? Will these memories fade when I leave this town? I keep thinking that it's not goodbye. I keep on thinking it's our time to fly. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change from whatever, we will still be
You may be seated. I have to say, we usually have to practice that walk-in like 4 or 5 times. These guys nailed it yesterday. They nailed it this morning. So they are the best group we've had so far. So good job. Well, good morning. Welcome to the 2026 Rose Hill Middle School Promotion Ceremony, where we are honoring the class of 2030, if that makes you feel old. This is an important day in the lives of these students and for their family members, friends, and fellow RHMS students who are here today to help honor them. Thank you for being here this morning and making this a special occasion. Before we begin the program, I would like to recognize some special guests. Do we have any? Oh, okay, yeah, we do. Board of Education members Amy Ricchini and Tom Heumann, if you'll welcome them. This is one of the perks of being a board member, is that you get to sit up in front, so they get nothing else, except for what Mr. Lambert gives them barbecue on Monday nights. So, Superintendent Lambert, Assistant Superintendent Rachel Dallinghouse. Over here, back there. Thank you guys for coming this morning. Next, I'd like to recognize the faculty and staff of Rose Hill Middle School. Teachers and staff literally invest thousands of hours in the lives of children of our district, guiding them and supporting them, preparing them for their next steps on the path to becoming positive, productive members of society. I'm sure that our teachers and staff have many memories, some good, some not so good, of our promotees this morning. Would all the teachers and staff of our district, including any intermediate, primaries, or high schools that we have, please stand, and would you recognize these dedicated men and women? Lastly, I'd like to honor the parents of our 8th graders. Literally, they would not be here if it weren't for you guys. You'll have that class next year in health class. Without the support of parents and other relatives, these young men and women would not be here today. And believe me, I want to thank you for the support that you've shown them and the support you've shown our staff during my time here. So, would the parents of our 8th graders please stand and be recognized? Ms. King is going to have her honor choir perform. So, choir members, please come forward.
Great job, guys. That was beautiful. I would first like to say congratulations to the 8th grade promoting class. It's been a true honor serving as your assistant principal and athletic director these past 3 years. I want to wish each and every one of you a prosperous journey to high school and into your future. Each year, we award the Keisha Citizenship Award to 2 8th grade students who have proved to be outstanding citizens here at Rose Hill Middle School. This is something that is voted on by our faculty and staff. The criteria set forth by Keisha is as follows. Demonstrate respect. Students show respect at all times for the Constitution and those who serve in an effort to sustain freedom. Shows respect for the students and citizens of the school and community and respects both public and private property, and shows respect for the student and adult leaders in the school and community, and demonstrates a tolerance and respect for the beliefs and convictions of others. The next trait is responsibility. Demonstrates the willingness to assume citizenship responsibilities in school and community, as well as works to build school pride through active participation in projects which publicize, honor, or beautify the school, displays good sportsmanship whether as a participant or a spectator, and is friendly towards new students, encourages them to become involved in school activities. The last trait is reverence, which shows reverence, concern, and respect for all well-being of others. Today's recipients display each one of these attributes and display these characteristics in the classroom, in extracurricular activities, and throughout our community. These students are respectful and responsible citizens. They both have demonstrated the willingness to assume citizenship responsibilities, not only at school, but in life. And as I always say, if we could award more than 2, we would. This year's student winners are Skylar Hensley, and Benjamin Rimpey. Congratulations.
Congratulations, guys. I asked Trista if she needed me, I asked Ms. Rusk if she needed me to get her a stool to stand on, but I'll make a little adjustment here. One of the qualities that we try to emphasize to our students is the idea of having an attitude of gratitude. Gratitude is one of our traits of responsibility, traits that we recognize for a month during the year. But it's a difficult task for a young person to realize that the earth does not rotate around them. That usually gets a laugh from the parents. So go ahead. Today, they would like to express their gratitude to some of the people who have been instrumental in getting them to where they are today. So, 8th graders, you may deliver your carnations to those people.
She was staring out the window of their SUV, complaining, saying, I can't wait to turn 18. She said, I'll make my own money and I'll make my own rules. Mama put the car in park out there in front of the school, and she kissed her head and said, I was just like you. You're gonna miss this. You're gonna want this back. You're gonna wish these days hadn't gone by so fast. These are some good times, so take a before she knows it, she's a brand new bride in her one-bedroom apartment, and her daddy stops by. He tells her it's a nice place. She says, it'll do for now. Starts talking about babies and buying a house. And Daddy shakes his head and says, baby, just slow down, 'cause you're gonna miss it.
You guys want to do karaoke for the rest of that song? No, we don't. That would mean I would have to, and you don't want to hear that. So, I told you this wouldn't take any longer than 45, 50 minutes, so get ready. And believe me, these benches get hard after a while. Just want to give you a little forewarning. After today, my relationship with you will change. I will no longer be your principal. But instead, I would like you to consider me your friend. Now, remember, I said after today. Okay. So, we're going to be friends. The challenge that I give you today is to find someone, and think of this, to find someone who can be a mentor for you. Someone that you respect and someone that you can trust that can help you discover the really important things of life. Someone who can help you become the person that God wants you to be. I've had several men and women in my life that have been a positive influence for me. Other than my parents, perhaps one of the most influential of these was a man named John Wooden. Last year I asked everybody if they knew who John Wooden was, and only the old guys knew. But Coach Wooden was a great basketball coach. During his tenure as the head basketball coach at UCLA, his teams won 10 national championships in 12 years. Take that, Bill Self. But more than being a great coach, John Wooden was a great man. During his Tony Dungy, Super Bowl winning NFL coach, and now an analyst on TV, you see him on Sunday Night Football, said this about Coach Wooden. Coach Wooden didn't just teach basketball, he taught life. He taught the fundamentals of good character, integrity, a strong work ethic, and teamwork. All the qualities to be necessary and successful in life. And he taught as much by example as by his words. When he was 12 years old, graduating from the 8th grade, just like you guys are, his father gave him a $2 bill and a card with 7 rules for living printed on one side of it. And he told young John, son, try and live up to these. Coach carried that original piece of paper in his wallet throughout his life. I didn't ever meet Coach Wooden until he was like 92. And he still had that piece of paper that his dad had given him. And he did live up to that 7-point creed. So today you have your little envelope underneath the chair. You can grab your envelope. Today I'm giving you a $2 bill and a card with those 7 same life principles printed on it. And for you folks in the audience, those are what those 7 principles are. And I'm giving you the same admonition that Coach Wooden's father gave to him. Try to live up to these. So go ahead and open them. I realize some of you are fumbling with that. You've never got a letter in your life, or what? What? There you go. That's good. It'll be worth more if you don't open it. So take a look at those 7 things. What's the first life principle that's on it? What is number 1? You can read it out loud to the whole crowd. Be true to yourself. Say it again. One more time. Did I say it enough times? They got it? Okay. Coach Wooden said that he believed that it was the first point on his dad's creed for a reason. Because you must know who you are and be true to who you are if you're going to be who you can and should become. Coach used to say, you must have the courage to be true to yourself. So I'm going to dip into the realm of ELA now. In Shakespeare's play, Hamlet, you ever heard of that one? Hamlet, and it's not a little piece of ham, okay, on a plate. It's a play called Hamlet. Polonius, the father in this play, gives similar advice to his son, Laertes. And this is where I first heard this. This above all, to thine own self be true. And it must follow as the night the day, thou canst not then be false to any man. That was a double negative, right? So it means you cannot be false to anyone. In other words, faithfulness to others begins with faithfulness to yourself. Let me ask this question. Have you ever felt like you had to act a certain way just to fit in? Maybe you laughed at a joke you didn't think was funny, except for mine. Maybe you pretended to like someone or something just because your friends did. Or maybe you stayed quiet when you actually had something important to say. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Everyone, especially in middle school, feels that pressure at some point. So for the next few minutes, I want to talk about something really important, and I'd really like you to listen. And that something is being true to yourself. First, what does that mean? Being true to yourself means knowing who you are, what you believe, and what matters to you. And then sticking to it even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. Because let's be honest, doing the right thing is not always the easy thing. There's a quote I want you to remember. Don't take the easy way out, take the right way. Now, to illustrate that, I'm going to tell you a little story. So, once upon a time, there was a little bluebird, and it was a beautiful, beautiful bluebird. And he lived up on a branch of a tree, and every morning the little bluebird would pop out of his nest. He'd get out and he'd face the sun, and he'd stretch his wings, and he would say, "Boy, it's a great day." Now, the little bluebird had always had the job of finding his own food. He had to work for his food. But he loved fat, juicy worms. So on this particular day, the little bluebird started to take off, but he heard a voice down on the ground say, "Hey, get your fresh, juicy worms here. Fresh, juicy worms." So he looked down, and there was a fox down there. So he yelled down to the fox, "You have worms?" "Yeah." "Well, what do they cost?" Only one feather. So he thought, what a deal. So he flew down and he got the worm from the fox, ate it, flew back to his tree limb, and then he was happy for the rest of the day. Next day, same thing. So he flies down, he gets his worm from the fox, gives him a feather, flies away. And that happened day after day after day after day after day after day, until one day, the little bluebird flew down to the ground, and the fox gave him the worm to eat, and he gave him a feather, and then he tried to fly back to his nest, but he couldn't. And so the fox ate him. What's the moral of that story? Don't trade your feathers for earthworms. Or a better way to say that is maybe the hard way is the best way. The easy way is going along with the crowd. The easy way is staying quiet when something's wrong. The easy way is quitting when things get difficult. But being true to yourself often means choosing the harder path. Let me give you an example. Imagine you're in class and you're taking a test. You didn't study. That's not a newsflash. You notice someone next to you has the answers. You have a choice. Take the easy way, cheat, and get the grade, or take the honest way, even if it means a lower score. Being true to yourself means choosing honesty over convenience. That takes integrity. Here's another situation. You try out for a team, you don't make it. The easy way, give up. Say, I'm not good enough. The harder way, keep practicing. Try again. Improve. That takes perseverance. Being true to yourself doesn't mean everything comes easy. It means you don't quit on yourself. And here's something important, character. Character is built when no one is watching. It's built in the small decisions that you make every day. When you choose kindness instead of cruelty, effort instead of laziness, courage instead of fear. Being yourself takes courage. It takes courage to say, that's not right. It takes courage to stand up for someone else. It takes courage to be different in a world that wants everyone to be the same. But courage doesn't mean you're never scared. It just means you don't let fear decide who you are. Here's the truth. If you spend your life trying to be someone else, you might fit in, but you won't stand out. And you won't feel proud of who you are. But when you stay true to yourself, when you choose honesty, perseverance, and courage, you build something much stronger than popularity. You build respect, you build confidence, you build character. So how can you live that out every day? The first thing you need to do is know your values. Decide what matters to you. Don't let somebody else decide what matters to you. You decide what matters to you. Honesty, respect, hard work. Hopefully, those are the things that matter, and you stick to it. You choose effort over shortcuts. You don't take the easy way out. You don't give all your feathers away and let somebody eat you. The harder path is often the one that helps you grow. You keep going when things get tough. Perseverance means not quitting, even when it's frustrating. Be okay with being different. You don't have to follow the crowd to belong. I want to leave you with this. You only get one life to be you. There is no one else exactly like you. Your voice, your ideas, your potential. So don't trade that for the approval of others. Be strong enough to do what's right. Be determined enough to keep going. And be confident enough to be yourself. Because in the end, being true to yourself isn't just about who you are today. It's about who you are becoming. And remember, it's a lot easier to brush your teeth in the morning if you don't mind looking at the face in the mirror. You might get that by the time you go to bowling this afternoon. Now, I want to tell you this. I believe very strongly in the power of prayer. I have prayed for most of you each and every day. I prayed for every one of you this morning. I got up at 3:30 this morning, and I prayed for every one of you by name that God would help you be successful, that God would help you be who you are, who you are, who He meant you to be. So I will continue to pray for you, all of you, not as your principal, but as your friend. May God richly bless you all of your life. I'm proud to have been your principal for the past 3 years. And today, I'll be prouder to be your friend. Thank you. You ready for the second half of the talk? I want to say something to the parents here. As each student receives their certificate, there's going to be a slide on the overhead, if you can see that far. Overhead, that tells you how old I am. There's going to be a picture on that screen that has your child's name on it, and surrounding that name will be things that his or her teachers have said about them throughout the year, throughout their career in Rosedale Middle School. And so you'll get to know all the nice things that we said about them but never told them. Okay, so they'll get their certificate of promotion. They will also get a copy of that Wordle. So just to explain that.
Okay, at this time, we're going to go a little bit rogue from our program, and Mr. Jericho Solero is here to give a special message.
First, I would like to thank Mrs. Brugger for allowing me to come up here to speak today. I'm here to talk about Mr. Robertson. And we started middle school with Mr. Robertson entering here as our new principal. And for these 3 years, he has been pouring his heart, his soul, and his mind, all the wisdom he has into us. He has really been a true blessing to us, and we are honored to be promoting to the next step of life with you. I have a little paper for you. It's called Friendly, Funny, Cool, Mr. Robertson. A lot of other words, too.
Thank you, Jericho. And now we'll begin promotion for the class of 2030. If my home base would please stand. Caden Akers. Keegan Akers. Andre Barlow. Briggs Davis. Troy G. Preston Gieska. Jaden Genoble. Peyton Hulk. Paxton Christensen. Lexi Lynett. Olivia McCullough. Callie Ann Mounts. Liana Ricchini. Kyler Reed. Ben Rimpey. Olive Rowland. Brooklyn Schrader. Ava Jo Schragi. Olivia Snook. Jericho Solario. Jalen Starnes. Millie Whitmer. And Molly Williams.
All right, Mr. Burrs, home base. Kylie Blanc. Brantley Fernandez. Kinsley Flores. Jackson Florio. Henry Fox. Kimberly Gordon. Allison Gwaltney. Carter Harrod. Bryce Hobson. Adley Long. Renatha Luna Sanchez. Emma Mills. Stryker Neild. Henry Robbins. Eli Snyder. Riley Thomas. Chance Morrow. Grayson Wells.
My home base. Kaylin Beery. Amira Black. Brooke Blake. Dylan Bradford. Maddox Christian. Silas Crafton. Alondra Cuevas Rodriguez. Braylon Dees. Kinsley Dold. Owen Cook. Brett Lemire. Tucker McDonald. Lena Rohrman. Cambria Roselle. Aria Rudisil. Brooklyn Schofield. Chloe Saddam. Sydney Tracy. Emerson Wisely. And Dylan Mock. You can be seated.
My home base. Melody Byer. Savannah Blake. Bentley Carr. Ryder Carr. Ashlyn Drake. Slevin Dudley. Elizabeth Gandy. Sierra Hall. Skylar Hensley. Maddie Eichner. Braxton Kerr. Beckett Coker. Reagan McGrew. Jax McNall. Ainsley Nicholson. Cash Parson. Lucy Platts. Jackie Rodella Chavez. Landon Swope. Lexi Wade. Blake Waller.
All right, Van Horns. Maddie Atterbury. Cohen Belcher. Tanya Brown Thomas. Ryan Drake. Valeria Gonzalez. Andy Green. Blake Human. Evan Hoyer. Brooklyn Iverson. Kiera Leisure. Silas Lovell. Kaya Marshall. Macy McCrae. Sawyer McNall. Ingrid Mitchell. Carson Province. Axel Schaefer. Grace Simmons. Hattie Spees. Nathan Sturgeon. And Amir Jones.
And now, the time is near. Now, you do it a heck of a lot better than I do. But I did do it my way, okay? If that means anything. So I want to give you some instructions here. We're about finished. The 8th graders are going to process out, and then they're going to hang outside for a few minutes, and then they can all come back in and greet parents and that sort of thing. 6th and 7th graders, you guys are going to process out the same way you came in. Parents, you can come on down, you can leave or whatever. If you are going to take your son or daughter directly from the promotion, you need to check them out through the office? Through the office, okay? So if you're going to do that, make sure you take them. We don't want to say we've got someone missing. All right. 8th graders, please stand. Don't forget your $2 bill. Or if you do, I'm going to have a good lunch today. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present to you no longer the 8th grade class of Rose Hill Middle School, but the Rose Hill High School class of 2030. And once again, thank you all for coming and honoring our promotees today. Thank you.